Now we're crossing Grandview to go into this neighborhood where, when we get to a certain point, you will be able to see 3 Mile Island.
Yeah. Like I can start seeing the radiation cooling towers.
Yeah, when we get past this tree, you should be able to see it.
Am I going to start growing a third arm or something?
Yes.
There they are. All 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
You can grow as many arms as you want.
So the 2 that are closest together, that look like almost one,
Right.
those are reactors 1 and 2.
Okay. Is that how they got that coloring, or is that just from age?
That's from age.
Yep, age and use. They were used pretty consistently until the last decade or so.
Well, they were used consistently up until 2 years ago,
Yeah.
when they finally decommissioned them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Now they're just doing they shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
They're still in the process of fully decommissioning them.
How come they only recently started decommissioning them?
Well, they decommissioned the first 2 and did cleanup on them, but they left the other 2 running to keep supplying power to the area.
Oh, duh. Okay.
But eventually they finally decided just to shut them down because they weren't
Ooh, look at
actively
those
needed anymore.
forsythias. I'm just getting a drive cam for Mom. We've been doing this since Mom can't always join us. The views are always a little different. What road is this again? I know you told me before, but I forget.
This is York Haven Road.
That's it.
It's the main road between Newberry Township and York Haven.
So yeah, Andrew and I have both been doing these driving tours, and we've both been posting them on YouTube for Mom.
Very cool.
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten any other people watching them, but that's fine. We're just doing it for ourselves.
Those are the only ones who matter.
Mm-hmm.
I should do something like that for my mom. She used to love going on rides.
Oh yeah, we should invest in a dash cam or something at some point, because it'll make things a lot easier. But right now we're just using our cell phones. Andrew did this thing with his new cell phone. He got one of those folds where he fitted it between the dash and the window once, and that turned out some pretty good video.
That way I could stop holding it.
Mm-hmm. The tree behind our house is a dogwood. I'm not sure when that is supposed to start flowering, but I know it was flowering when we bought the house in early April last year.
Yeah, it'll start flowering when we start getting more spring-like weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already in spring, but it doesn't feel very springy.
I know. We keep getting these, really, really cold days.
Except for that little Indian summer we had.
I know. That was weird. I was wearing short sleeves, and it was in the 70s, and I thought, oh, hey, this is going to be good. And then 2 days later, it was freezing again.
Mother Nature just can't make up her mind.
It's like Columbo. Says his piece, acts like he's going, turns around and says, oh yeah, one more thing.
And just keeps doing it.
Uh-huh. I want to get some sort of cherry tree in our yard at some point. Maybe an apple tree. I like apples. We do have a mulberry tree. I don't know when that's supposed to start flowering either. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's right outside my window. I still have a bag of mulberries from last summer.
I wish I had a green thumb, but I do not. I think it's a skill that I have. I kill plants pretty fast.
I think you can probably learn it. I mean, I'm not very good at it, but I do have some success with some easy plants, like herbs and stuff.
I normally have success at killing herbs.
I had a cactus going for a long time until Stevie decided looked tasty and took a chunk out of it.
Oh.
She was fine. It wasn't a spiky part, but she did chomp on it, and then it started to melt.
Oh.
And it's just like, okay, I guess I have a melting cactus now. I kept it alive for a good 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Our Christmas cactus from our grandma, we had to leave because we just didn't have any space to bring it. I wanted to bring our Christmas cactus, and
This is the city of Yorkhaven.
yeah,
Mrs. Christmas Cactus.
also wanted to bring our cactus that looked like it could have been one that produces dragon fruit, but that was really big and came to us with the house. So it was in a pot. It's one of those ones that you have to have the plant alive for like so many years before it starts producing. Like pears. Don't plant pears.
There's a hydroelectric plant.
Yup.
Oh, my favorite.
We have a couple electric plants in the area.
That's actually pretty cool.
I thought we were going to go on Grandview. This is fine. We're going on the tour we usually go on. You're taking us through all the little single lane bridges and everything?
Yep.
Very quaint.
And the water you see is the Susquehanna River.
Huh. Neat.
Yeah. The Appalachian Mountains are actually part of the same mountain range that make up the Scottish Highlands and the mountains in the coastal Africa.
Very cool.
Yeah, which is why it's interesting that, all the Irish and Scottish immigrants who came to the area felt so comfortable because it was basically the same mountains. They are very old, which is why some parts of being in the mountains are sort of spooky because these mountains predate vertebrate life on land.
Wow. They hold a lot of secrets, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So even though they're not as impressive as the Rockies, they are very old. So now we're going by one of the electric plants.
Yep. This is Brunner Island. And the Brunner Island coal and natural gas power plant.
How does it work?
Well, they burn either the coal or the natural gas and use it to produce steam for the turbines.
So is that supplies they're just leaving out?
Yep.
Aren't they worried someone will steal it?
No.
I think it'd be pretty noticeable. Plus, the fences have barbed wire, so even if you could get over them, you would have to get over them again with all of the stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you cut your way through it.
Unless you cut your way through it, or you fake your way in by stealing a uniform in a vehicle. But that's a much bigger endeavor. We've been watching White Collar, so I'm sorry.
No apologies. I love it.
So she wants to pull a heist.
Always.
All right, let's do this.
Let's pull a heist on a bookstore.
Let's go into Harrisburg and steal one of the old documents. They did it in National Treasure. Why can't we do it? When I was in Tarpon High, Ms. Pretty actually found a reason to let us watch National Treasure in class because she said there was a chemistry-related element to it.
Miss Pretty was awesome. Mr. Pretty was cool too.
I was not fortunate enough to have Mr. Pretty.
Ah, okay.
But she would take popular movies and find ways to make it seem a little chemistry-oriented and let us watch them in class. Or sometimes she would just throw on Napoleon Dynamite. 'Cause that was the thing when I was in school. It was either Finding Nemo or Napoleon Dynamite for some reason. I don't know if it was the same for you guys. You're a little bit younger than me.
Well, I know towards the end for us it was nothing Disney.
Yeah, because some jerk opened their mouth.
Yep. Someone opened their mouth and said something to a parent that then complained.
Ours was all Bill Nye and Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
Bill Nye was great, though.
Bill. And Planet Earth.
Science
We
guy.
never watched Planet Earth.
Really?
Yeah.
Not so much in high school, but in middle school it was all the time.
Oh, yeah, Bill Nye was all the time for me in elementary school and Magic School Bus. Creek looks a little muddier than usual today, I guess because of all the rain.
Yeah. And now the most fun one-lane underpass.
Woohoo!
There's
Because
a-
you can't see oncoming traffic.
Oh, yeah. Blind turn. Somehow this bamboo stayed green all winter. I didn't know it could do that.
And then a one-lane bridge.
That was exciting.
It's even more exciting at night.
Oh, I don't think so.
We did that once, and we spotted a deer.
Oh my gosh.
I've done it once and there was a truck coming the other way.
Oh my god.
So I immediately slammed on the brakes and backed up.
It's just amazing how frequently you see deer out here. Like, even in the daytime, you can just be driving somewhere and you go past a creek and there's deer in the creek.
I had no idea bamboo was in Pennsylvania.
People just
Bamboo
plant it,
survives anywhere.
Yeah.
and once it's planted, it spreads.
Yeah.
Like bamboo.
Mm.
That's why everybody tells you never plant bamboo.
Yeah. Because you'll never get rid of it. The only way to get rid of it is to dig it out of the ground and burn the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And if you see daffodils planted anywhere, that looks like it's like just abandoned or foresty something. There used to be a house or property there because daffodils are not native to this region.
Huh.
So they're bulbs and they stay with their bulbs. They don't really propagate outside of their general area. So if you find daffodils and a few other type of plants, that means there used to be a property there, like a little house or something, and people wanted it to be pretty. There are magnolia trees up here, as I'm recalling. I just don't know where they're at. I remember when I was younger, we went to a few, like, historical reenactment places, and there were, like, magnolia trees all over the buildings. Giant ones.
This is Mount Wolf.
Yeah. This is where your aunt lives.
Yep. And where the pizza came from.
Yes. The city of York is supposed to be one of the best preserved architectural museums, they call it, because it has so many old buildings from like the Victorian era that are of historical significance, and they're all in well-maintained condition. So I'm honestly surprised it doesn't have more of a reputation because of that. I guess the trees really are starting to flower. I don't know all the trees up here yet. I mean, I know a lot of them, but I need to pull out my plant identifier app a lot of times too. And I've been somewhat into birding. We put a bird feeder out in the backyard, one of the first things we did, and it's been just amazing watching how the population coming to visit the bird feeder changes with the season. So we have all these finches and all these goldfinches and bluebirds right now.
Oh, how sweet.
I know. Cute little gray tufted titmice. Really cute things.
Leg Up Farm.
think they're supposed to have some sort of farm stand or something, because I've been seeing ads for Facebook about them reopening for the season. I think they're one of those organizations that helps, like, underserved communities do something with themselves. You know, give them a leg up.
Let them learn how to care for horses.
Something
and
like
crops.
that. It's bread day in White Clover if we're heading out in that area.
We technically are.
This will be the second weekend they're open for the season. There's a little farm stand out in Hallam on the way to the river. It's by Airbnb that's actually a historically significant house because it looks like a shoe. They call it the shoe house, and everything inside is like shoe-related decor, and it's pretty expensive on Airbnb to rent for a weekend.
It used to be a cobbler used to own it,
Oh.
and it used to be used as the store. So you could take your shoes there to get repaired.
Mm-hmm.
Or have a new pair of shoes made
Nice.
that were custom to your feet.
I didn't even know it existed until we moved in this area, and we were looking at a house that was actually really, really close to it, and Mom kept saying some things about the shoe house, the shoe house, the shoe house, and Angie and I were looking at her like she was crazy.
The shoe house was across the road from across the highway from the property we were looking at.
It had a few problems, namely the price and the fact that it was sort of set in a hill and Stevie had nowhere to run.
Yeah, there was no yard because of how they had set up the front yard.
Gotcha.
They had done it like the stepped terrace style.
Mm-hmm.
So you try running and you're going to fall down and break a leg.
Yeah, we can't have that happening to our Stevie Nicks. She would be a terrible patient. Oh, cows.
Moo cow?
There was 2 cows. They were brown cows.
Oh, so they make chocolate milk.
Yeah. Flamingo mailbox. That's very Florida. Wow.
Now the only thing we need to do is then buy a manatee mailbox.
That'd be perfect.
I'm seeing all these trees with the red buds, and I can't help but wonder if they're actual red bud trees, or I heard that some maple trees have the red buds too. So I'm just like, I don't know which is which. Oh, this creek is pretty high from all that rain.
That's Cador's Furnace Creek.
Yep.
Oh, yay, wastewater.
Yeah! I don't think we can take a tour of it like we could the one in Tarpon.
I don't think we want to either.
And I don't think it has a biking trail through it like the one in Tarpon.
I think it'd be very smelly.
Well, we biked through the one in Tarpon and it wasn't that smelly on the outside.
They
This
take a
one
lot
is.
of pride over there at that lake.
And they had like vending machine and water fountain and stuff. It was nice.
The water came from the plant.
Oh, Mount Zion Road. We're near the road where Books A Million is.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, we moved up just after the big flowering season, so we didn't really get to see too many of the flowers last year.
Well, I hope it's a nice flowery season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did get to see fall.
Oh, yeah, that was neat.
I love fall. That's my favorite season.
So we got to watch all the leaves change.
Those goats? Goats.
I can't do a goat noise. Is it?
Goats and sheep all have similar noises.
No bringing a goat home.
I want to.
No.
But it'll cuddle Stevie next.
What about a pocket goat?
One that she could keep in her pocket?
Yes.
Maybe. Seeing as I wanted to bring home a bunch of chicks from Tractor Supply Company.
Yeah, he nearly stuffed his pockets full of ducklings.
I wanted to bring them all home. They looked so soft and were quacking at me.
I don't know what we would do with a duckling. Don't you need a water feature? Oh, look at that view.
Yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful.
We don't have a water feature, so how can we have a duck?
We'll put one in. Just like my boss.
You just want to encourage me to go crazy about aquariums again.
What's wrong with aquariums?
They're expensive.
Well, this wouldn't be an aquarium.
Ponding is just as expensive as aquariuming, especially if you're putting in your own artificial pond.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to worry about filtration and stuff, and predation. We have hawks in the area, and gophers, and fisher cats, and
Just
God
like
knows what
Lena
else.
on
Yeah, Lena is terrifying.
Lena will bring them to you and they will be dead. Just tell her the ducklings are her babies.
Oh my god.
Or tell Stevie that. Bless you.
Thank you.
Lena is 24 years old right now.
Just a baby.
She's gonna live for a long time.
Yeah, she's gonna live for at least another 60 years.
If everything goes well and she doesn't get sick, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, Texas Roadhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a red robin.
Yeah.
Yum.
And I see a sign for BAM.
Yay!
Bam, 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 bam.
Is BAM cool?
It's
Oh,
Books
Books
A Million.
Oh.
Yep, all the signage says BAM up here, but it's Books A Million.
Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba,
So if you ever wanted to go to a Books A Million, you know there's definitely one here.
bam. What a time to be alive.
I know, right? We still have bookstores in existence.
You can still buy physical books. So you can still buy a physical book and throw the book at someone.
Toys,
Yes.
tech and more. Too.
Mm-hmm. Every time I go there, I have to resist buying a Squishable.
And I don't help.
No, he encourages the bad behavior.
I keep handing her more.
Oh no, like feed the fire.
Yes. I keep handing her that, squishmallows, random stuffed toys.
We were at Walmart and he handed me these stuffed chickens and we nearly brought them home because Mom's maiden name is Han. Han means rooster.
Oh, of course.
So that's why if you see random chicken or rooster decorations in our house, that's why.
Understood.
Uh-huh.
swan meant rooster. Now we're on 30, heading to Lancaster.
Yep. There's lots of ways of getting onto 30. He took the scenic route.
Yeah. That way there was more views. Might take a detour into Hallam.
Yep. Go past the shoe house. Maybe say hi to White Clover.
Maybe if they might have a soft pretzel.
Maybe. Their goats also had babies recently, so maybe we'll see some baby goats.
No bringing home a baby goat.
But I want to! They came out with some new cookies that sound really good, and they say they have some new jams.
Goat cookies?
Are they in the shape of goats?
I don't know. They have like these chunky chocolate chip ones. They're like really, really massive. And it's bread day. They make really good sweet breads.
That's why we're going to take a detour to it. And I see the back of the shoe house.
Oh yeah, that is it.
Oh,
See
I
it? Shoe house.
Wow, imagine having to take groceries in there.
Oh gosh.
Well, there's an entry through the front door.
Oh, okay, good.
At ground level. But see, looks like a shoe.
Oh, very cool.
Those pink trees that are sort of drooping down, are they weeping cherries? I've heard of weeping cherries being up here, but I've never seen one. We need to get into DC and see the cherry blossoms there. I hear that's phenomenal. I've never seen the blossoms in DC. I've been to DC like 3 or 4 times, but I've never seen them in DC. Andrew was too, but he was very little. You probably don't remember it.
And then this year we have to go see the Lego exhibit out in Philly.
Yes. We need to see a lot of things out in Philly.
Where's the Lego exhibit?
It's out in a museum in Philly, and it's all different Lego art.
Oh.
I think they built another Legoland in New York or something, didn't they?
Oh, neat.
There was a new one somewhere.
Andrew has all the skills to be one of those Lego master builders if he wanted to.
Dusty too. You guys need to be better and just do it. You need to gang up and go on the show.
Yeah, do it!
And be the official Lego master.
We met the guy that won season 1.
We did.
Oh, cool.
He was super chill.
Very cool.
We had lunch with him.
Yeah. That's where we tried Monte Cristo for the first time. We're like, we like that.
Oh, is that where it happened?
Yeah.
Oh, those are fun sandwiches. Never would have thought that ham and raspberry jam would go together so well.
I know.
Look at that cute house. Oh, I was always talking about Stoffers of Kissel Hill. I had no idea it was there.
Yep, there's one of them.
Oh, it's a chain?
Yeah,
Huh.
there's more than one.
I didn't know that.
That just happens to be the one closest to our house.
Interesting.
That's the sign.
Oh, so we are going to White Clover.
Yes.
Neat. We went there so many times last summer.
It's a cute little multi-person owned farm.
It started around like quarantine. They were trying to grow their own stuff before that and found they were growing too much and wanted to help the bigger community, and they've just been growing from there.
And more people have joined in selling different homemade products like soaps and everything.
And it's all local people.
Oh, nice.
All different seasonal vegetables, everything.
They grow really good cantaloupes. I'm not someone who likes cantaloupe, and I like their cantaloupe.
Yeah, she can't elope fast enough to get away from it.
But these cantaloupes, they're so sweet that they call them sugar cubes.
And I see the farm. It's on the left. Oh, the barn doors are open, so
Good.
they might still be open.
Maybe? Yeah, they're open. Flag says open.
And they still have a lot of stuff,
Oh, wow, neat.
including flowers.
Yeah, they have pansies, they were saying. Pansies and violas. Awesome.
Oh, they just moved everything inside.
Yeah.
Probably